Classies, welcome back to another episode of the Blindest Podcast. If I'm be honest, this is my second time recording this bullshit because fuck, I kept getting interrupted by phone calls and it was fucking annoying. I don't know, it was just these fucking cunts trying to sell me shit, you know, and I like to answer them. It's my fault because I answer all these fucking the scam likely fucking phone calls. And I answer all these phone calls, even though I know I shouldn't, because I like to fuck with them, you know. But they kept calling, and then I thought one of them was serious, and then that motherfucker got me. I was like, oh, this is probably like a serious thing, and then he threw in his pitch, and I was just like, oh, you fucking asshole, and I just fucking clicked on his ass. So yeah, this is the second time recording this shit. And I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it fucking right. All right. So basically, what this podcast is going to be about is... Oh, first of all, as you guys can see, I have no guests. It's just me again. Nobody loves me, man. Nobody wants to be on this shit. No, I'm just kidding. I just didn't have anybody booked today. And again, I'm not going to lag. Like I said, I was going to release videos Mondays and Thursdays. I'm going to try to actually release more videos. But as of now, it's just Mondays and Thursdays, so I couldn't lag. But yeah, I'm gonna have a guest for Thursday's podcast, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this podcast is gonna be about just my experience on and my thought on what is flow, which is a philosophy, also known as like in the zone, as an athlete would say. And like, you know, it kind of segues into like nature and meditation, because I'm not gonna say I'm a monk, but you know, I enjoy meditation, and I think it's something that it can help people. I mean, it's helped me, and I'm pretty sure it can help other people if you guys give it a try. But let's get into it. So what flow is, for those of you that don't know, and I'm not an expert on this, it's also known as the zone for athletes. Basically what it is, it's, you know, when an athlete says I'm in the zone, it's not just something they're saying. There's actually a deeper meaning behind it, and it's actually a fact that there is something such as the zone. And what that is it's when, in an athlete's case, when they're in a game, let's say a basketball player, and he's having a good ass game, right? And they interview him at the end, and then he's just like, yeah, you know, I don't know what it was. I was in the zone. You know, I was in the zone, and I was going. That's not how basketball players talk. That was stupid. That was like the wackest impression I've ever done. But when they say they're in the zone, is what they mean is that it's the state of mind that it just elevates your game to the max, you know, and they're just in the present. So during their basketball game, right, they're thinking of nothing but what they're doing in the very moment. They're not worried about bills. They're not worried about family. They're not worried about anything. They're not thinking about nothing other than what they're doing, other than I have to make this ball into that net so my team can win. And when you're living in the present like that, now let's switch it over to someone who's not an athlete, right? And who you can apply this to life. You can, when you apply it to life, when you're living in the moment at all times, right? You get into this state of mind that is known as flow. You're not worried about things that you can't control. You're not worried about things that are gonna happen tomorrow or whatever, right? You're not stressing out, but rather, for example, if I was in flow right now, all I'm thinking about is nothing rather than what I'm talking right now. And if you did that at a constant rhythm, you reach this mindset that's called flow. You kind of like, fuck, I suck at explaining it. Okay, let's say this is your life, right? And you're living in flow, and this is nature and the universe, the way it's supposed to be, right? Eventually, your path and the universe's path will intersect and continue one path. and you'll be living in flow with nature, the way things are supposed to be. Have you ever heard the saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure you have. Everything happens for a reason, right? That's what it's trying to imply. And I know it's cliche, but that's what I'm trying to imply. The universe already has things that are going to happen. It's just happened. The universe is just going with the flow, and you got to match that flow, right? So if you really think about it, have you ever been in like a serious problem? And think about it. Every problem, no matter what it is, no matter how bad the problem is, it always seems to solve itself. Whatever it is. And it's just, I've experienced it. I know everybody has experienced it. If you run into a problem, and instead of trying to control the situation, I'm not saying let things happen, just like that, right? But I'm saying is that if you understand that happened for a reason, or, I got fired from this job for some reason, and you don't try to control that situation and change, force something, if that makes sense, you end up realizing that problem is going to fix itself. All the actions that you take within that moment or that time period will lead up to solving the problem that had happened, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not making sense. I sound like a fucking idiot. But that's what flow is, right? And the reason I said this was a perfect segue to talk about nature. Think about nature, okay? Think about the animals in the wild, right? Lions, tigers, and their preys, which is fucking zebras, deer, or whatever, right? Take out emotions out of it. Like, take out your human emotions. Like, oh, that baby zebra just got his head ripped off by a lion. Take out your emotions out of it. Just take out all those emotions out. Nature works the way it's supposed to. It flows with the universe, and it works. I sound fucking high. I'm just talking about the universe and the flow, and I'm listening to myself. I'm like, jeez. No, but it's true. But it's fucking true. Nature works in a weird way. It solves its own problems. Things happen for a reason. Yeah, it's sad, but like I said, get your emotions out of it. When a lion hunts a zebra or a baby zebra or a deer or whatever, and it snaps its neck and it eats it, it's sad, but that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way nature, that's what nature is there for. That's how the life cycle is. Now, that lion that killed that zebra is able to bring food to his family, to his cubs, lion cubs, and the lion cubs get to eat and grow and survive, So it's weird how nature just works like that. Or like plants. Certain plants grow in a certain area where certain animals eat that specific plant. You get what I'm saying? And these animals evolve to nature. They evolve. They leave their emotions out of it. Like, they're not like, oh man, this fucking this bird is my friend, so I'm not gonna eat him. No, they leave their emotions out of it. They do what they have to do, what the universe has asked them to do. Okay, that makes any sense? Again, like I said, I sound fucking high as fuck right now, and I'm not. So that's fucking weird, isn't it? Like, I've thought about the fact that nature, that it does what it's supposed to, The ocean does what it's supposed to. The animals in the water do what they're supposed to. They don't put any kind of feelings in what they're doing. They're just working, as one. I'm supposed to eat this. This is supposed to eat that. And it's just like Lion King, you know, it's the circle of life. It's just the way it is. Us humans, we try to fight that. We try to fight the universe, right? We try to fight nature. You know, we put our feelings into it, like, oh no, he's my friend. No, no, I have love for this person. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, it certain things are supposed to happen because that's the way it's meant to happen. If that makes any sense. Am I making sense? I know I keep repeating that, but it's because the more I talk, I feel like I sound like an idiot. But yeah, look, we try to fight things when we're not supposed to. We're just supposed to, and the saying, go with the flow, man. Just go with the flow. And as cheesy as that sounds, or as cliche as it is, there's a deeper meaning to that. When they say go with the flow, is what the meaning behind it is. Just go with the way things are being handed to you. Things are going to work themselves out. Don't try to change the way things are supposed to be. There's this book on Taoism, which is a belief in the Asian culture, and the author of the book that he wrote, I forgot his name. It was like Lao Zuk, something like that, Zut, something like that. But he wrote a book on Taoism. The book on Taoism is the second most translated book in the world, like in language. The only book it's behind is that fiction book called what's it called? The Bible, I think. I'm just kidding. Oh no, but yeah, Taoism, that book is the second most translated book in the world, only behind the Bible. But what it basically talks about, and the author talks about, is he compares life to water. And I think it's so fascinating because think about it, water is so gentle. Like, it's like if you cup water in your hands, it's so soft and gentle. It's such a pure element, right? However, it can shred you to pieces. Like if you're holding a cup of water right here, like if you cup your hands and you have water, it feels so delicate, so pure, so fresh, right? If you report on your head, it's just fresh. And the element is so delicate. But yet it can move rocks. It can move boulders. It can move cars. It can kill people. It can destroy cities, as we see like in tsunamis and stuff like that. It's crazy, but it compares life to water and like a river. Think about it. The river has a flow, right? A river is going a certain direction. And if we were in that water, what humans try to do is we always try to swim against the current. We're always trying to change things. We're always trying to swim against the current or grab onto a branch or a rock or something, and while the flow of the water keeps hitting us, but we're trying to grab hold onto something to hold us from going with the current of the water. And that's something humans shouldn't do. They should see it as, stop trying to fight the current of life, which in this case is the water. Stop trying to hold yourself back. Sometimes there's a current because nature is asking you to go a certain direction. It's trying to guide you a certain direction. But us, being the ignorant cunts that we are, we keep trying to fight that current. We keep trying to stop it. But sometimes we need to let go. We need to let go of whatever that is, whether it's the past, whether it's a problem you have going on, whether it's a grudge you have against someone. But we need to learn to let go and just go with the flow. Look at me, sound like Dr. Seuss. You need to, and I know this sounds fucking cliche, and at the end of the day, I probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm trying here, right? I'm trying. We need to let go. We need to let go and just and you know, there's this, like I've talked about this before with I forgot who I was talking about. Oh, with my last guest, Miguel. We're talking about energy. There's certain energy that flows in the universe that it's guiding us to a certain direction, and we just fight it. We're always trying to fight instead of letting go, and just living in the present and doing the things that we're doing at the moment and just enjoying it. You know. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm actually the opposite. I'm a fucking idiot. So, you know what? That would really suck if everything I said made no sense to anybody. You know? What a waste of my fucking time. I tried. I fucking tried. My last point that I was going to make that has to do with this is just something that I do. I don't do it enough. I really try to do it more than I actually do it. I do it about once or twice a week. I wish I can get into the rhythm of just doing it every fucking day. We get it, Kenny. Just fucking say it. Just say what you do, man. I like to meditate, you know, and meditation has become a weird experience for me. It's just amazing. It's just, look, think about it. Our mind is always on. It's always doing something. I mean, even when we're sleeping, we're fucking dreaming. Our mind's doing something. But that's the only time our mind technically gets rest, is when you're sleeping. And some of us don't even get enough of that. So meditation is important because it kind of puts the brake on everything that your brain's doing to kind of level yourself back to, like, you know, to like level yourself and to kind of, again, ground yourself. Because like I said, our mind is always working. We're always thinking about something. You might think you're not, but you are. You're thinking about something. You're thinking about you're stressing about something, you know. Damn, I'm gonna be like 2 minutes late for work. Oh damn, this traffic fucking sucks. Damn, what am I gonna wear today, you know? What do I have to do this morning? What time do I gotta wake up? What time do I have to be here? You know, don't forget to, I don't know, to put the clothes in the dryer or whatever it is, right? We're always thinking about something, always. And meditation gives it a nice pause, and it kind of grounds you. It gives your brain a little break, you know? So, you know, one of the problems I had when I started meditating was that I always thought, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have this problem, is that when you meditate, you think you're doing it wrong, you know? And you think it's not working for you, you know? But think about it this way. Think about a book. Think about a book. Look, when you flip a book, no, not the book. When you flip a page in the book, you flip the first page, right? And you see that page, and it's just a page. That's it. It's very thin. You flip another page, it's still very thin. But as you keep flipping through the pages, you start to notice that this side starts to get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. That's how meditation works. It works like a sport. The more you do it, the thicker that this side gets, and the more you get out of it. If you do something once, you're not going to get anything out of it. But if you keep practicing it and doing it, eventually you're going to see results. It's like working out, right? And one of the problems that I had was I always thought I was doing it wrong, because I always felt like I was getting distracted. I'm like, damn, I can't. Am I supposed to not think about anything while I'm meditating? Well, I can't. I'll get a random thought about whatever it is, right? But I realized, and I learned, was that is the point of meditation. When you're meditating, and people do it in different ways, right? I prefer doing my eyes closed, you know, and just sit down. Because if I lay down, I'm going to fall asleep. But that's the point. When you're meditating, right? And your brain starts to wander off, and you start thinking about, like, oh, I saw this yellow car that I liked, or I saw this and that, right? When your brain starts to wander off, you're supposed to pull your brain back to the meditation state. Think of it as a hold on, guys. Think of it as a curl, right? When you're curling weights, right? You do one, nothing, but you do 10 and you do them in sets, you start to feel the burn, right? Same thing. When your brain starts to wander off, pull it back. That's 1 rep. Boom. You start meditating again, your brain starts to wander off, you pull it back. Boom. 2 reps. You start thinking about something else, pull it back. 3 reps. Every time you pull your brain back from a distraction while you're meditating is another rep. The more reps you do, the more you bring your brain back, because obviously the longer you're sitting down still with your eyes closed, the more time you have to get distracted. So the whole point is to do more reps so you get more out of it, right? And what you're supposed to do, again, people have their different ways, but what you're supposed to do is focus on your breathing, because that you're focusing on the present, what's going on. And in the present, what's going on is you're just sitting there and you're breathing. You're inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Focus on every single breath you take. That's all your focus needs to be. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That's all your focus needs to be. Then you start thinking about something, pull your brain back to focus on breathing again. Goes this way, nope, bring it back. Focus on your breathing again. Do that for a good 10, 15 minutes a day, and you feel amazing. When you slowly open your eyes, you feel great. You feel relaxed. You feel in this weird state of mind that I can't even explain. But you gave your brain a little 10, 15 minute break of all the thinking it does, and now you're good to go. Whether you do it before bed or you do it early in the morning to get on with your day, it's an amazing experience. And I've always said, now if we do it for like 15 minutes a day, imagine the kind of experience that a monk gets. A monk. A fucking monk. You know those guys in the yellow drapes? I mean, not yellow, in the orange drapes. No, think about it though. They're in the fucking Himalayas, sitting on the edge of, I don't know, a fucking mountain that's like 15 feet above sea level. And they're just sitting like this on the edge of a mountain facing death with their eyes closed, meditating for hours. For fucking hours, man. Imagine how they feel when they open their eyes. I wouldn't want to fuck with anybody either. I'd be like, you know what? This is so peaceful. This is so amazing. I'm one with nature. Yeah, fuck everybody else. I want to live in the mountains. I want to dress the way I want to dress. I want to go bald, you know? I don't know why they do. I'm honestly, again, I don't know why they do these things, but I'd think about it, man. They do it for hours on the edge of a fucking mountain. Imagine how much stress they have it, right? Imagine how much in flow they are with the universe, with life, with everything, right? They're in the present. I wonder if they hallucinate, man. I wonder if they see shit and they just don't explain. That's why they're so, like, relaxed, you know? They live this crazy life in their mind, you know? That is crazy. But yeah, guys, I highly recommend people to meditate. I really do. It's such a beautiful experience, and if you do it, again, you're gonna feel like you're not doing it right, but you just have to keep bringing your brain back from distractions, and excuse me, and you got to keep doing it. You can't just do it once or twice and be like, fuck this shit's whack. No, you got to keep doing it, and it's a beautiful experience. Like I said, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm fucking done, man. I sound like an idiot. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little deeper than my usual podcast. Look at me, Kenny. I can actually be taken serious for once. I'm not always a fucking clown. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'm gonna have a guest to record on Wednesday, hopefully, and then I'll see you guys on Thursday for that podcast. All right, guys, peace.